Well, rise and grind, DMV. Happy Sunday. We are waking up to overcast skies out there, but sunshine will be returning this afternoon with warm temperatures. So keep it here. We'll break down that forecast coming up.
This morning on DC News Now, 6 people shot outside of a popular DC nightclub on Friday. We hear from people at the club that night. And protests over the war in Gaza looming over the White House Correspondents' Dinner, their message for the president and journalists covering the conflict. Plus, a small business owner in Alexandria sharing her experience after a burglary, her conversation with shoppers and other business owners in hopes of improving safety.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on DC News Now. I'm Haley Mylon. We'll get to our top stories in just a few moments. But first, we're going to check in with Brittany Ward over in the Weather Center. Brittany, Rosalind's looking a little misty perhaps today. You promised us a great day.
Yeah, you know, we are waking up, Haley, to cloudy skies out there. That will be the trend as we head through the morning, but sunshine will be making a return as we head through the afternoon. So we just have to get through the next couple hours or so. So satellite and radar are showing you what's been going on across the DMV over the last couple of hours. We did see some moisture work its way into Charles County as well as St. Mary's County early this morning. Now we're seeing drier conditions. We're still holding on to the clouds. Low level clouds is what we're seeing, which is why you're not seeing any clouds right now on satellite and radar. But overall, zooming it out to show you the wider view, we do have high pressure just off to our east. This is basically going to dominate the weather pattern today. Mostly dry conditions will be the trend. We do have the chance of seeing a stray shower make its way along the higher elevations, but it's not going to be a complete washout. Then we're going to be keeping our eye out on the storm system that is off to the west. That'll be moving through, providing us with some widespread storms. So keep it here. We'll break down that forecast coming up.
Brittany, thank you. DC police say a man is in the hospital after being stabbed in Southwest outside of Audi Field last night. Officials say it happened on T Street around 6:30. On scene, officers found a man unconscious and not breathing, suffering from multiple stab wounds. He was sent to a nearby hospital with critical injuries, and this about an hour before DC United kicked off its 7:30 p.m. match. Now, the team releasing a statement saying in part, quote, DC United is aware of the incident that occurred outside of Audi Field tonight. DC United is cooperating with the Metropolitan Police Department investigation. There is no ongoing threat to Audi Field or its guests. This is a developing story, and we'll have updates as soon as we learn more. And Prince William County police say a woman has died nearly 2 weeks since a crash in Fairfax Station. It happened back on April 15th at the intersection of Yates Ford and Evans Ford roads. Police say a pickup truck hit the woman's car at the intersection. The passenger, 32-year-old Jessica Lynn Randall of Manassas, died yesterday. The driver is expected to survive, but a dog in the car also died. Police say alcohol seemed to be a factor and charges are pending. In the district's DuPont Circle neighborhood, D.C. police are holding a man they believe is responsible for a shooting outside of a popular nightclub that injured 6 people. D.C. News Now's Dave Laval spoke to someone who was headed to that bar that night and missed those gunshots by several minutes.
Decades nightclub is closed and will remain that way through at least Wednesday after gunfire wounded 6 people here late Friday night.
I'd say it's pretty surreal.
Alex Colorado's latest visit to Decades nightclub is one he won't forget. Colorado captured this video shortly after 6 people got shot outside the nightclub.
It's also a place that I typically go to, probably a couple times a month with friends, and seeing a place impacted like that and just kind of seeing what's going around in the city and seeing that happen in a place I like going to, it's really unfortunate.
D.C. police arrested 29-year-old Renwell Mantock of Hyattsville, Maryland. They said he opened fire after employees removed him from the club after Mantock got into an argument.
Wave may have been unfortunately caught in the crossfire.
Emergency responders took 3 men and 2 women to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. A 4th man was treated on scene for a minor graze wound and refused to go to the hospital.
Friends go there all the time, and even friends from out of town. I was telling about Decades, and they love going there, and hopefully you could come back in the future.
Police Chief Pamela Smith ordered Decades closed Saturday morning for 4 days, pending a hearing before the Alcoholic Beverage Control Board. It's the same story for its sister business, Rewind Diner, located next door.
It's really a shame for the business owners. I mean, it wasn't really their fault. So, I wish them the best, and I hope that they're going to be able to reopen operations sometime soon.
The Secret Service provided assistance after the shooting.
Mantoc is charged with 3 crimes, including intent to kill. In the DuPont Circle neighborhood in Northwest, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Dave, thank you. And more violence near nightlife in D.C. Police say a person was shot and killed on U Street on Friday, while many people were at bars nearby. Officials say it happened around 1:15 a.m. at a restaurant near U Street Metro Station. They say they found 43-year-old Kenneth Goins of Salisbury, Maryland there, shot several times. He died on the scene. That investigation is ongoing. Well, a new report shows the overdose epidemic is hitting Latino kids hard in Montgomery County, and as a result, a council member is spearheading an initiative to remove fentanyl from Maryland streets. Our Christian Pena is in Wheaton with more.
Over 40% of Latinos at Montgomery County hospitals are being impacted by drug overdoses. And here in Wheaton, Maryland, where the Latino population is large, county officials are working to promote awareness on the issue.
Making sure that kids also know the risk of taking a pill of fentanyl, of taking something that you don't know what it is and using it.
Data shows Latino youth make up the largest number of opioid overdose ER visits in Montgomery County. At 42% of such visits, Councilwoman Fanny Gonzalez is helping establish free clinics in the area to fight back.
Work with the families, not just only with the youth, but the families, educating them about, resources, how to talk to their children.
A 5-page report by Latino nonprofit Identity 25 and UMD School of Public Health shows there are many ways to end overdoses among Latinos in the area. Professor Dr. Amy Lewin, who co-authored the report, shared her findings.
Why is this study so alarming?
What was really striking to me from the research we did here was how desperately in need of information both students and parents are.
Dr. Lewin recommends promoting education and creating awareness on drug abuse. The ultimate problem, she says, is children not knowing who to talk to and what resources are available.
That they're just afraid to talk to their parents about this topic because they're afraid if they even raise questions or ask for help that their parents will assume they're using.
Dr. Lewin says cultural and language barriers also play a huge role when determining how Latinos seek help. For now, reporting out of Wheaton, Maryland, I'm Christian Pena, DC News Now.
Every time the media lies! Every time the media lies! A journalist in Gaza dies!
The sounds of pro-Palestinian protests happening outside the annual White House Correspondents' Dinner last night. To get inside the dinner, many guests walked past hundreds of protesters outraged over the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Demonstrators condemned President Joe Biden for his support of Israel's military campaign and Western news outlets for what they see as flawed coverage of the conflict. Biden's speech made no mention of the situation in the Middle East, instead focusing largely on Republican rival former President Donald Trump. Kelly O'Donnell, the president of the Correspondents Association, acknowledged around 100 journalists killed in Israel's war in Gaza. And criticism of the Biden administration's support for Israel's war in Gaza is spreading through college campuses across the nation. Students are pitching encampments in an effort to force their universities to divest from Israel. Student leaders at Columbia University representing the encampment say they've reached an impasse with administrators and intend to continue their protest. And yesterday in Boston, police in riot gear cleared an encampment on the campus of Northeastern University, arresting around 102 protesters. Protests have also continued here in the district on the campus of George Washington University. Those protests are entering their 4th day today. DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and the race to be the Democratic nominee for lieutenant governor in 2025 in Virginia is heating up. Richmond Mayor LeVar Stoney and Virginia Beach State Senator Aaron Rouse both announcing their candidacies this week, joining Prince William County School Board Chairman Dr. Baber Lateef. The three Democrats currently seeking the nomination, but so far no Republicans have announced their intent to run for the seat currently held by Republican Winsome Sears.
The job of lieutenant governor is about being an advocate, and I'm going to remain a loud advocate for working families who are just looking for a fair shot.
We need a lieutenant governor that won't back down from a fight, that will never back down from a fight, that will stand true on his principles and values.
Our most valuable assets in the Commonwealth are our children. And if we succeed on their behalf, meaning providing them outstanding education and providing them secure health care, they will succeed beyond our wildest imaginations.
Now, although Winsome Sears has yet to announce her plans, it's widely believed she'll forego another term as lieutenant governor and instead run for governor. Brittany, how about a look outside this Sunday morning? Folks heading out to brunch and church?
Yeah, you know, overall not looking too bad, especially when you were stepping out this morning. Temperatures right now are sitting in the upper 50s here in the nation's capital. We're sitting at 58 degrees, 63 already in Lexington Park, 53 as you head over there to Hagerstown, 51 there in Cumberland. Now, as we head through your breakfast forecast, we'll slowly start to see those temperatures warm up into the 60s as we head through mid-morning. Then we're talking 70s by the later half of the morning with those peaks of sunshine. So keep it here. We'll talk more about that forecast and what's stored in that 8-day coming up.
Brittany, thank you. The time now is 8:10. Still to come on DC News.